I mailed her a small gift as a test. She mailed it back. Not the group email.
I know. Oh, yeah, you know.
Am I the asshole for uninviting my oldest daughter to Christmas over Santa? I, 43 female, have children with very large age gaps. Oh, okay, and not that I'm a 43 female, but I am the youngest sibling with a lot of age gaps, so I automatically relate. Love this. My oldest is 25 that I had with a high school ex. Then we separated and I married my husband much later. My younger two are 9 and 7. My younger children believe in Santa while my daughter's son doesn't. What? Daughter's son?
Her older daughter.
She already has a kid? She did not mention that she was a grandma.
She just told you.
I know, but I was confused reading that. This is my live reaction to the story, okay? I just go based on the headlines. She raised him not with Santa magic, which is perfectly okay. I just rather not have it ruined for my children who do believe in Santa. I was having Christmas at my house and I asked my daughter if she'd please talk to her son because I wouldn't like the magic ruined for them. I still put packages under the tree with "From Santa" on them and leave out cookies and reindeer treats, parentheses, bird seeds, close parentheses.
Duh. What else would they eat?
I don't know, carrots. My daughter told us she wouldn't make her son lie, and my children are old enough to understand that if her son decides to say something. I told her if she wouldn't talk to her son, they could spend Christmas at their apartment. My daughter didn't like that I said I was choosing my younger children's happiness over hers and that I was being completely unreasonable. My husband supports me but thinks I'm being a little high-strung as our children are getting older. I just want to keep the Christmas magic alive. Am I the asshole? This is tough.
It's not tough at all.
What do you mean?
She's not being the asshole. Why is she in the wrong for wanting to keep the magic alive for her kids?
That's what I'm saying.
Is she worried that the son is going to tell them, like, oh, Santa's not real?
Yeah.
Do you think the odds of that happening are high?
Yes.
And also the son's mom, her daughter, is, like, encouraging him.
Yeah. And when they're that little still, like, they do, everyone around them believes it still, or, like, you're at that age where some kids know and some don't. Because my sister's rule of thumb with her kids was, and they have a 2-year age gap, too, so it works out nicely for the story. When they entered middle school, she told them Santa wasn't real. Yeah. Because she didn't want them to find out through other kids. She wanted to be the one to tell them. I made it a little too long before anyone told me. So,
How did you find out?
in the middle of lunch.
What
In
year?
what grade?
Can you bleep it out and make it extra dramatic?
Okay.
Freshman in high school.
Janina.
Yeah. Vinny and TJ wanted the extra gifts, so they refused. They just kept coming up with reasons every time I asked questions. It's like,
Did you have a phone then?
yeah. Girl, I was so obsessed with One Direction. You think I'm going to take a second to Google about Santa? No. Anyways, what I was getting
I'm
at
just
that.
saying I'm surprised it didn't, like, come
Yeah.
up somehow. No friends?
Like 100%, you 100% believed.
Or
Like, there was doubt, sure, but, like, majority of me was like, yeah, Christmas
that's pretty
magic.
crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I'll definitely be doing what my sister did, ripping that Band-Aid off.
That's so sad,
Maybe
though.
at the end of middle school, before they go into high school like me. Anyways, I digress. So, she did that, and obviously my nephew is older, so there was a point that he found out, and his sister didn't know yet, and her deal, not like deal, but her way to help keep it alive for him too was, well, now you get to be a part of the magic for her. That's how they should have handled this situation. If one kid doesn't and the other kids still do, and you have a feeling something's going to go wrong, give that kid the task to make them, to have him be a part of the Christmas magic or something.
But it sounds like since he doesn't grow up with.
True, he's not gonna
He's
get it.
not
He didn't
in-
grow up believing
Yeah.
in Santa
Yeah,
at
he's
all.
not interested. I don't think she's wrong for not inviting her. It's my house. It's my kid.
My rules.
My Christmas.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to ruin it, then
And I'm not picking the younger kids over you and my grandchildren. I'm just asking you to not ruin it for my other children still.
Yeah, not the asshole.
I wonder if the oldest daughter, the mom, had some type of thing that she didn't want to share that with her son. The Christmas magic.
I don't know.
Maybe she just doesn't like Christmas.
Because if the mom did it with the youngest ones, you'd think she did it with the older one.
Some parents are weird these days. There's like a whole community of people that are not doing Santa with their kids.
I think I've heard of that too.
Crazy.
I literally just saw a video yesterday about kids asking why you have to donate toys. Why doesn't Santa just bring them toys?
Mm-hmm.
And so the parent was like, I wish I approached this better from the get-go when they were little and start old enough to remember, because now they genuinely think all these gifts are from Santa, even though mommy and daddy are the ones buying them.
Yeah.
Especially whatever the expensive ones are. I was like, oh, that's gotta be a fine line.
Mm-hmm.
But Reddit said, oh, do you want to hear what Reddit said?
Wait, what were you going to say?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that when I was a kid and we did toy donations, I never questioned that.
Me either.
I wasn't like, oh, why didn't Santa bring them gifts? Why didn't that cross my mind?
I never thought about that either.
Oh my gosh.
Because if Santa's going around the whole world, why aren't all the kids that were good getting toys? Why do you have to donate some?
Yeah.
Introspective child.
Facts. Anyways, Reddit said that she was the asshole for not inviting her.
What? I disagree.
Her house, her rules.
Yeah.
That'll do some damage on their relationship.
Oh, someone, and this one has a lot of upvotes, said, can you explain to your children that not everyone believes in Santa and that that's okay?
Like, sure, but I'm hosting a Christmas party and my kids believe in Santa, so they're gonna have Santa involved.
Yeah. And then why do I have to even tell them that some people don't believe in them to plant that seed for them?
Or they could just say that if the cousin decides to spoil it, then they can say, oh,
Well, some
he happens
people-
to not believe in Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like religion.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Next. My first story is, am I the asshole for making a joke about a friend's Christmas gift? This happened a few days ago now, but people are still mad at me, so I wanted to get some more opinions. My female 31, husband, male 31, has a friend since high school, John, male 30, who moved to a different country a few years ago where he met his fiancée, Maria, female 27. John messaged my husband and their friends a few months ago to let them know that he and Maria would be visiting for the holidays and thinking about moving here. So we plan to have a gift exchange with my friends and my husband's friends, including John and Maria. We did this all on Christmas Day, but about a week before Christmas, we attended a welcome home party for John, where I met Maria for the first time. I had a neutral feeling towards her. I don't dislike her, I just think we're very different people and have nothing to talk about or bond over. She did seem to think she was better than everyone, though. At one point, someone made a comment about her engagement ring, and John said that it didn't contain diamonds that were mined because Maria wanted something that was more sustainable and better for the environment, which seemed a bit braggy. I don't think that's braggy.
Yeah.
The day of the gift exchange, we all opened the Secret Santa gifts first. Then we opened our gifts from our partners. When it was Maria's turn, she opened John's gift, which was a few books wrapped in some newspaper and string and a journal. I didn't really think much of it at first, but then as she was looking at all of the books, I noticed a lot of them had bent spines and covers and looked to be old and used, which was a bit off-putting since I know John makes good money. When one of my friends took her turn after Maria, I joked, I hope your gift isn't also someone's sloppy second hand-me-downs. My joke kind of bombed, and everyone went quiet and looked at me and Maria. Maria kind of tries to hide the books, but John spoke up and said that he only bought used books because Maria only buys used books, and again brought up how it's supposedly better for the environment and more sustainable. At this point, I kind of doubled down because I was embarrassed that everyone was looking at me like I had just murdered a puppy, but the mood quickly soared when John and Maria left shortly after that, without even waiting for the rest of us to open our gifts. Now everyone is upset with me and saying that I was being rude and unwelcoming and that Maria is really nice and didn't deserve that. My husband wants me to apologize, but I'm not sure if I should, since I obviously didn't and couldn't have known that Maria wanted used items and it was supposed to be a funny joke.
Oh.
Her word choice did not make it seem like a funny joke. No matter what no matter what that delivery could have been. That was...
Because honestly, she could have made the joke in a nicer way. And it could have been like, oh, haha.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hope your gift wasn't thrifted too.
But like,
well,
I
don't know.
even that's kind of mean to say.
Yeah.
What if it was like a first edition and it cost $1 million? Like, the person writing into me seems so, like, self-centered.
Yeah, they seem judgy, for sure.
Yeah, you don't know. They could have spent like $1,000 on that on eBay. Yeah. Like, maybe it's autographed.
Yeah.
First print ever. You never know.
When I was picking this story, I was thinking of your thrift books and how I said that would be a great gift.
Yeah, exactly.
But this lady wouldn't agree with that.
And it also depends on the dynamic of this friendship.
Well, they hate each other.
If it were a different situation, I feel like you could make a joke like that and it'd be okay.
Yeah.
But this doesn't sound like that.
This isn't the environment to be making jokes.
No, not when you're like meeting someone for the first time and seeing someone else that you haven't seen in years because they were in a whole another country. Mm-hmm. So.
And she acknowledged knowing about the ring situation. So if you know that.
Yeah. I think the writer is the asshole. And I was so excited to find this one because we never find the writer being the asshole.
Yeah.
Same. Like, wow, we got 2 for 2 today. Do you have one where the person's an asshole?
Maybe.
Stay tuned and find out.
Is that our debrief on that?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have more?
I don't know. I feel bad for her.
The journal is nice.
Yeah. I do think it's weird when couples get gifts for each other and open them in front of, like, strangers.
Yeah, I don't understand what they were doing.
It was a weird party. They had the girls' friends and the boys' friends and then all of their partners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why not do, like, a Secret Santa then?
But they were also doing a Secret Santa, but first they did their own couple exchange, which is why I was like, why would they do that?
Why would you do that in front of everyone?
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. I'll literally save Alex best gift for him to open at the apartment when it's just us.
Aww.
And give him, like, other little things to open with other people.
Yeah.
I love opening presents.
We've got a few more days. I'm gonna sing Songy Mood because I like it, okay? Not sure if you're gonna keep that in.
Am I the asshole for refusing to adhere to my sister-in-law's Christmas list? For Christmas, my husband and I are hosting my parents, my brother Chris, his wife Amy, their 2 sons, my sister Lucia, and her boyfriend.
So funny.
Irrelevant. The background to all of this is that Amy complains about every gift she is given by any of us. Every Christmas, she makes faces and snide remarks about the things she's gifted. For example, last year, me and my husband gifted Amy and Chris a joint present of an expensive coffee maker, which is the same one we have at home that Chris loves when they visit. Amy's only remark, not even a thank you, was, quote, "Oh well, really isn't for me, is it?" End quote. And then, to make a great show of being annoyed that she didn't get a separate gift. A few days ago, Amy included the whole family on a group email with a Christmas list for her and the kids.
Not the group email.
I know. Oh, yeah, you know. On her list was expensive perfumes, links to expensive items, and designer handbags. I was livid. My parents were offended as well, but didn't want to say anything to Amy, but I wasn't going to hold back in the face of what I felt was grossly entitled behavior. I replied to Amy's email saying I wouldn't be purchasing anything on it, and if she wanted to shop for a Louis Vuitton wallet, I was happy to put her in touch with my saleswoman. I also said that if she didn't like what she received for Christmas, she was welcome to just leave it at my house. Chris blew up at me, saying Amy was just trying to make everything easier for everyone by giving suggestions. I disagreed and told him that I thought Amy was just trying to be sneaky to get a few things that she normally can't afford for free. Mm-hmm. Which, in my opinion, is not in the spirit of Christmas, and I think she's being childish. My parents think I shouldn't have said anything, but Lucia says I absolutely should have, because she wasn't going to be spending hundreds on Amy's Christmas list either. Was I the asshole for not going along with it?
No. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
And this says edit. Yes, Amy drinks coffee and uses the machine.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Wow. The audacity to just put expensive designer luxury items only on the Christmas gift.
Because even if you're making a family wish list, the guilt I would feel to put a Louis Vuitton bag on that list. And no, she wants her in-laws to get it for her.
I don't think I'd ever even ask Alec to buy me a bag like that.
But, like, if there was one person to ask, I'm sure it would be your husband, fiance, boyfriend, life partner,
yeah.
not your in-laws.
No. Not even your own parents.
No. Buy it yourself, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Treat yourself for your birthday. Don't ask for it for Christmas.
And act grateful for a nice coffee machine. Those are expensive.
Yeah.
Very.
And I know this family has money when he said, I'll send you to my sales associate. So,
She couldn't help but mention that one.
Yeah.
She wants to make sure the readers don't know that
They don't think she's poor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe that she got called out for calling Amy out, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, girl, no. She needs to know that that's not okay. That's not the spirit of Christmas.
It's just nice to get a gift when someone just thinks that it's something you would like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, at this rate, too, whoever does get her anything, are they giving her gift receipts? Because at this rate, she does not have a good record of liking anything that she's gotten.
No.
Yeah.
Would you still get her a gift? I probably wouldn't.
Probably not.
No.
Because what's the point?
It's going to be a problem every time.
Yeah. Oh, but then you just know that she's going to say, you didn't get me anything.
Give her cash.
No, I'm giving you nothing.
That, too. I mean, yeah. It's either cash or nothing at that point.
If you're not
either way, you're
grateful-
still going to have an opinion
Yeah, it
about
won't
it.
be enough cash. It won't be cash value equivalent to what you give someone else. Like, those people you cannot.
Or just continue to do the joint gift. Because it's a little bit more
Yeah.
forgiving, I guess.
Chris got to stand his ground
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Definitely the asshole.
Yeah.
We all started off with asshole ones.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No, wait, she's not the
The
ass.
writer's
the
not the
writer's not the
asshole.
asshole.
Amy's the asshole.
Amy's the
Yeah.
asshole.
She was the main character in that scenario, so she's the asshole. Am I the asshole for destroying family Christmas? I've been with my wife for about 5 years, married 2, and we have our 1-year-old son.
Aww.
My mom is the type of person who doesn't like change, doesn't like new people, and keeps to herself. That being said, she isn't controlling and doesn't seem to care about what her kids do with their lives, but she doesn't like when she feels things are pushed on her. She's also someone who will just keep doing what she does without thinking. So when she continued to buy me lavish gifts, but nothing for my wife or baby, I didn't think it was malicious, but it hurt my wife that even after marriage, my mom wasn't buying her gifts. Yikes. I sat down with my mom and explained this. My mom was totally shocked and couldn't believe my wife expected a gift. I tried to explain that my wife is part of the family now, but my mom was upset and said she has 3 kids and shouldn't have to pretend my wife is her kid. Oh. She seemed really surprised, so I do think that was genuine. And she kept saying how mortified she would be if her husband expected gifts from her parents and that she wouldn't be with such an entitled child. Finally, I told my mom to just stop. Finally, a man standing up to the mom. We love when that happens. Anyways, it is okay if she has a difference of opinion, but she is hurting my wife and it needs to stop. My mom thought about it for a couple of months, talked to my sisters, parentheses, who said she should just suck it up and buy gifts for our partners. Oh, so the sisters are married then and their husbands aren't getting anything and they also think it's weird. He's just the first one to say something. The plot thickens. And I digress. And her ultimate decision was that she didn't want to host Christmas anymore. Oh, I thought she was bluffing, so I ignored it for months. I realized she was serious and said, fine, we can do it at my house. But she didn't want to come. I mailed her a small gift as a test. She mailed it back. Finally, I was like, fuck it, and did Christmas with my wife, sisters, and their partners. Both of my sisters were miserable the whole time, and one cried, which I thought was crazy dramatic. My mom was on vacation and had her phone off. The sister who cried finally blew up that my wife and I ruined Christmas and ruined our family, and she left early. Her and my other sister called my mom later and finally got her to answer and begged her to do a quote-unquote normal Christmas again. And my mom said she feels like now that we are all married and having kids, it shouldn't be her problem anymore. And she will think about it, but is leaning towards me. Now my sisters are angry and feel that I ruined family Christmas. That was a lot. First of all, shout out to the man for standing up for the wife, especially to the mom. There's just so many stories online of men not doing that and just still being babied by the mom. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that.
So the person writing this is talking about her mother-in-law, correct?
No, it's the husband writing in about his mother.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry.
And the mom wasn't giving gifts to any of her
the kids'
children-in-laws.
spouses.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Which, that's so wild.
I know, because my parents give gifts to all of our boyfriends' girls. Like, we're not even married yet, and they get gifts.
Uh-huh.
So, and then she said that it's not her kid, so it's not her problem.
It didn't even get the grandchild anything. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's sad.
That was weird to me. And I understand he prefaced it that she doesn't like change and whatnot, but did she like not ever think that you guys were going to grow up and have your own kids and that the family would be extended and new traditions would be made and merged with the old? Because imagine teaching your kid about like the Christmases that you had with your mom when they were a kid and whatnot. Like,
yeah,
that's how you build tradition.
And she's giving this boy luxury $1,000 worth gifts. You raised a kid, you know how expensive it is to do that.
And you don't have to do something crazy for
nothing.
the boyfriends or girlfriends.
A card, chocolates. Okay. If you hate them, give them chocolate. Like, you don't have to spend $1 million, but the fact that she's so angry about not giving gifts is crazy.
Yeah.
And then the son mailed her something and she sent it back.
That's just petty, but I did think it was funny that she went on vacation for Christmas.
And didn't deal with it at all.
Yeah.
I think the sisters were a bit dramatic, crying about it. Like, it's emotional. I guess, how were they crying? Were they, like, emotional crying? Like,
it was probably their first Christmas without their mom.
Yeah. So maybe it was just, like, an emotional crying, but maybe they were dramatic, like, crying. Like, you ruined Christmas, how dare you? Because if it was like that, then, oh, yeah, drama. But if it was the first, I could see how it could be more of a growing pain.
The only positive is that at least she's fair and isn't getting any of the boyfriends' gifts. Like, at least it's not a few of them getting it and then one not.
Yeah.
But still.
I think it's really weird that the grandkid doesn't get a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just odd.
That is weird.
So, unless maybe this is his first Christmas?
Even worse.
He's one.
Yeah.
Baby's first Christmas?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Unless he was, like, born in January. He, like, just missed the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's
I'm glad
funny.
I'm not in that family.
Yeah.
I don't like that the mom started attacking the wife's character.
Like, it's Christmas. What do you mean she's expecting it? Everyone's expecting a gift.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your family.
If they're walking through your door on Christmas, they're expecting a gift.
Yeah. And not in, like, a gritty way, just in, like, a I thought of you way.
Yeah. Like, I'm spending this holiday with you. The least you could have done is thought about me beforehand. Like, I've gotten something.
Yikes.
Major yikes.
Not the asshole.
Sad.
Not the asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, my next story. Am I the asshole for giving my mother-in-law a fake copy of my house key and exposing her on Christmas dinner?
I'm in.
I want to preface this by saying that I, female 34, married my husband, male 37, a year ago. His mom is Snoopy and annoying AF. She can't help it, that's just how she is, as my dear in-laws say. My husband and I purchased a new house recently. My mother-in-law kept pushing to get an emergency key. She promised that she only would use it in an emergency, but given the fact that she had an emergency key to her old apartment and walked in on us being intimate twice, but my husband didn't think it was a big deal, I just couldn't trust her, so I just sent her a fake key after she kept pushing, and she had a smug on her face after I hand-delivered it to her.
Of course she did.
Days gone by, and on Christmas dinner, mother-in-law angrily called me out on the fact that I gave her a fake copy of the house key. She shamed me for doing this in front of everyone, but in my defense, I asked her how she found out. And she said days ago when she came over at 4 while my husband and I were out. I reminded her, didn't you promise you would only use it? You wouldn't use it unless there was an emergency. So you tried to get in when there was no emergency, and you broke the promise you made to us. She looked red in the face, and the other family started staring, and some even laughed at her for the face she made. She suddenly got up from her seat and rushed into the kitchen where she had a huge meltdown so loud the next door neighbors must have heard. Literally, I've never heard a 60-plus-year-old woman throw a tantrum like that. Needless to say, dinner went awkward and my husband and his sister were giving me looks. My husband went off on me in the car and said that I lied and manipulated and humiliated and exposed his mom and said he wouldn't have let me get away with this had he known. We had an argument and he is demanding I apologize to his mom for my childish behavior and for ruining Christmas dinner for the whole family. Am I the asshole?
Bruh.
No.
I can't believe he took it that far. Because she's so mature to not be like, yeah, and you've done this before too.
Mm-hmm.
When you walked in on us.
She shouldn't have admitted to it, though. I would have been like, oh my god, there must have been an error with the key.
No, I'm
But
glad.
why were you coming in?
Why were you there?
It wasn't an emergency.
There's an edit. So this went off unexpectedly, and I thought I'd show my husband some pretty helpful comments I found here minutes ago, but he got mad at me when he saw it and said I was nuts to talk about his family online. He demanded my phone so he could delete it, but I refused, and I went upstairs and into the bedroom. I'd never seen him so agitated, and I didn't think he'd react like that, honestly. But thank you guys for your support.
So it looks like we have a psychotic husband and mother-in-law.
Psychotic family line.
No children, right?
No kids.
Girl, leave him. Get a new man.
Bye.
Save yourself the heartache. This is the rest of your life. Get a whole new man and new family. That's crazy.
Sounds controlling.
The fact that this man's mother saw him having sex more than once
And continue to come
and
over.
is still coming over and he's like chill with it.
Freak.
When it's supposed to be for emergencies only. I call my mom about the spare key when I'm genuinely locked out or I'm like running late for work and I will not be back in time to walk my dog. I'm like, please drive over and go get him. That is the only time. Or they use it to let themselves in when they're coming over and I know that they're coming over.
Like
Yeah.
that mom is insane.
You'd think that she would be horrified after the first time to not return. Unless
Disgusting.
she's on her creepy behavior.
She wants to be the wife.
But the third time that she came in, she knew they were out and she tried to get in.
Yeah.
So who knows how many times in the old apartment that she got in there when they were
Yeah.
out.
She's lurking.
That is so weird.
Sorry. It's okay. Honestly, fuck the key. Do a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, they do need a ring now.
They need to know when she's coming in and out. Because you know the husband's not going to let that go and is going to push for them to give her a key.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she getting another key or not?
I would be moving out.
Yeah. With literally, though. With the way that he's like ridiculing her about how that all went down instead of standing up for him, her, their family, their privacy,
That's
their
nuts.
security.
Doing it at Christmas dinner is hilarious, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole family's there.
At least she has witness.
I was going to say, I'm glad that part of the family was laughing at the mom, too.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, yo.
Yeah.
Because that shows that she's actually the one being ridiculous here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The asshole.
No.
2 times!
Disgusting.
That's wild behavior.
I can't, actually. I don't.
We will not be those moms, okay?
No.
God, no.
No.
Honestly, at that point, I think I'll probably be like, oh, yes, son, you're finally out of the house. You met a girl.
I didn't know where that was going.
I don't know. I feel like, generally speaking, I just feel like lately, guys are more likely to stay in the house. Girls would, like, go out and get a roommate with their girlfriend or just take a chance on a random
Yeah.
person. I don't see a guy doing that. And if they can't afford their own place, then they're just going to be at home.
Yeah.
Nothing against you. Save your coin. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't discriminate. I'm just saying.
Am I the asshole for not inviting my lonely friend to our home for Christmas this year? For years, our home has been the place friends and family come to for the holidays or just for a hangout. Having many people, 15 or more, around for the holidays requires a lot of planning, especially since we also work full-time and have kids. So it can get quite stressful, but it's also fun and almost everyone chips in with whatever they're good at, which makes the holidays really special. There's this one friend, however, who never chips in, not with cooking, cleaning, decorating, entertaining, nothing. Instead, he sits on the couch waiting to be entertained, staring at everyone busying themselves, then takes a book from the shelf and proceeds to ignore everyone until the food is on the table.
Oh, God.
Then he sits himself down first and immediately starts eating without waiting for everyone to join. The thing that annoys me the most, though, is that due to the amount of work that goes into the holidays, we need to know quite a bit in advance who's joining us. When we ask, he always says he needs to see if he can make it. He's been coming to our place every holiday for the last 4 years.
Jesus.
Because of the amount of planning he needs to do to get here. He only lives 80 kilometers away. I don't really know what that conversion is.
I think that's less than an hour. I'm not
Okay.
too sure what the mileage is, but that's definitely less than an hour's drive away.
He always takes leave for 2 weeks around the holidays, never travels, and has a car, so not much planning is needed. Then he tells us he might have some other plan before, then either telling us 2 days in advance that he's coming or just showing up and expecting us to have considered him when making the sleeping arrangements. And for every meal in the 2 to 4 days he...
They're like camping out here.
I'm so confused. Yeah, this is like kind of confusing. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like these people are sleeping there for about 4 days.
Jesus Christ.
I got so fed up that when I sent out the messages asking who's coming for Christmas this year, I left him out of the chat. He heard that we'd already asked the others and called and asked why he wasn't invited. I told him my reasons and he called me selfish for only considering the planning that I needed to do and not taking into consideration that he might want to consider other options for the holidays before committing to one, and that it wouldn't have hurt to invite him. Am I the asshole? This guy is so confused.
So he wants to shop around for holiday plans and then yell that he wasn't invited?
Wait, but I was expecting this to be like a sob story about a friend that has no family.
Me too.
This sounds like this guy's popular and
No.
he has tons of options.
No.
He's-
I think he doesn't have options, but he doesn't want to admit it, so he's like, oh, I might have something to do, like, I'll let you know. He's a capper.
I believe it. I can see it.
You think that he actually has plans?
Well, he always ends up there, so I guess not.
He could drive there and back in one day.
I just don't really understand this
No,
story.
me either. Honestly, that got kind of confusing. Because the wording, I'm like, what are they saying here?
So is she the asshole for...
Is she the
Not
asshole
inviting
for
him.
not inviting him because he's wishy-washy?
I feel like for that
and
reason...
he doesn't help.
Yeah, and he's useless.
I feel like for that reason, she should have extended the invite, and then when he didn't give her an answer, be like, okay, well, then you're not included.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because by
I like
not
that.
inviting him, it's like, you know he's going to want to show up, and you didn't even give him a chance to decline, so he's going to be there.
In that regard, yes, she does look like an asshole.
Yeah.
No, but I think she knows that he's going to show up anyway, and she's just pissed in general that he won't give a straight answer.
4 years of that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 4 years of sitting around while everyone's helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be year number 5. I wouldn't want to do that either.
You know what I thought of when she said that he pulls the book off the desk? Off the shelf? Guess. Somebody guess.
Me.
Yeah. No! I thought you said I'm gonna guess. No.
No! Like me just sitting there reading.
Like
Wait,
the
Cole Sprouse is smoking a cigarette.
And what was that called? Oh,
You want to hear what I was going to say?
Yeah.
The YN girl in a Wattpad story, like reading a
Oh,
book at a
yeah.
concert. Like, totally uninvolved.
That's
thought of-
cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why he can't, like, stop at the store and, like, grab chips for everyone to snack on or something. Like,
Yeah, if you know you're being the drama of the party, just at least contribute something.
yeah. And if, like, you can't cook or make anything like that, there's still the store.
Or drive home after and don't crash at this person's house for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And take 2 weeks off of work.
What are you taking off for?
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
He takes a week off to sort it out.
Just to sort out all his plans.
Oh my god.
And did he tell her that how dare she not invite him so he can't figure out his place?
So I think he was He
So
was
are
mad.
these his only plans?
No, he was mad that he was invited because he couldn't consider it.
He couldn't juggle it with all his other invites.
And then come through anyway.
She was doing him a favor, in fact.
Yeah.
She was limiting the
His
options.
invites.
I want to look up how far 80 kilometers is.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey Siri, how many miles is 80 kilometers? Oh, 50 miles.
I called it under an hour.
Yeah.
Well, depending.
How
Wait.
fast?
Yeah, under an hour.
Yeah.
About an hour.
Yeah. If you're driving on the highway.
Wait, what did you say?
He said it with an accent.
Your neighbor just texted me.
Oh.
Oh.
Our neighbor.
Our neighbor.
It's me.
Is she watching us?
Hello?
That was hilarious. I'm confused about who the asshole is there, honestly. I think they both have a little bit of asshole in them.
Yeah. Agree.
But just, like, invite him.
Like, invite him
he's
and
a
give
part-
him a deadline to respond.
Or give him, like, a
Yeah.
job. Like, if you come, you have to bring this. And if you don't, you're not getting in the house.
He drove an
Sure.
hour and he's
You're
not
sleeping in the car.
If
I
he's going
wanna
to sit
be-
there and do nothing anyway, might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't show up empty-handed. And then eat without us.
And post up reading a book.
That's kind of lit, though. Like a 4-day Christmas with a bunch of
That
people.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
I wish we had, like, more friends. If we could rent an
There's
Airbnb.
3 of us.
3 is a party.
3 is a party. Every one day.
We should do a cabin. That'd be cute.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my
Or
god, a
once
cabin in
we
the
have
Poconos.
houses, then we could just do it.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Girl,
Boy.
in this economy. Maybe.
You know, I'm laughing when Julie said hopefully last week. We were like, we're gonna be rich and have mansions.
Oh, hopefully we
Hopefully.
will.
Totally not my intentions.
We will.
God willing is what I should have said.
There you go.
Is that worse? That's the same thing.
I think, yeah, that's like leaving it up to Julia willing.
Yeah.
Because you will.
No, I can't leave
make
it up to me.
happen.
That's even worse.
But you'll make it happen.
Yeah.
That's all we have for this week's episode of the Neighbors Pod. There's literally 2 weeks till Christmas, so this is kind of insane. I hope everyone's having a good December. I hope everyone's caught up on our Vlogmas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When does this go up again? We'll be like halfway through, right?
2nd week in December, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
Vlogmas.
nuts.
Haley and I are doing it on our personal pages as well. So if you want more Vlogmas content while you're already at the Neighbors Pod, just follow us as well.
Tell Janina to post on TikTok.
My TikTok's never. I always do better on Instagram.
Janina, just post on TikTok. It's not extra work. It takes 5 seconds.
I don't. It never does better.
I think you
You
should.
could. This could be your year.
I could. Okay. You've inspired me.
Thanks.
I will copy paste my captions and just shove them onto
That's
TikTok.
all you have to do.
You know what? Might as well post one YouTube Shorts too for my little YouTube
You
channel.
might as well. That's what I'm saying.
Haley's like, girl, I support your dreams. Just post the little videos. They're so
Come on,
good.
guys.
Anyways, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Social media. Follow us while you're here.
Excuse me, Janina.
Oh, your line.
Oh, go.
Leave a 5-star rating wherever you're listening. And make sure to drop a comment of what you want to hear.
The hand motions for me. And before you go, take your phone out and follow us on social media. TikTok at The Neighbors Pod, Instagram at theneighbors.pod, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Neighbors Pod. We're posting on shorts too, so we've got you covered on YouTube. Short, long content, we're here.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
We are The Click.